Hi, Debbie here. How are you? Second lesson of yoga. Just wanting to show you I've got lime slices in my water, and it's probably a good idea because we need some vitamin C in our water, and we've been advised to drink every 20 minutes. So you'll see me grab this a fair bit today. So let's start with the bowls again. But what I'm wanting to do is make sure you've got your pillows, of course your mat, and any rug close by that you can roll up to be a log. And I've actually got an old robe, an old dressing gown tie. So I'm going to do some work with that today. So while I'm playing the bowls, go and grab your gear and you'll be able to listen to this in the background hopefully. Starting with the base bowl, which is red, and that grounds us and allows us to be able to sit in our poses and stand in our poses strong and sturdy. Put that there. So let's start by sitting and doing some stretches. We'll do a little bit of a meditation at the end. That bowl is still going, you know, it's amazing, and it's going down with its vibration to Mother Earth, and it's connecting us in our practice to be more grounded. And everyone grab a drink of water. Just a sip is enough. So sitting up straight, and so I have a mirror here, so if you don't have a mirror, you've sort of got to think about sort of pushing your bottom a little bit forward onto the pillows so that your knees are a little bit closer to the mat. Now we're going to sit here and we're just going to breathe for a moment, close our eyes. We can have our hands in the position of a yogi, or we can just have them resting on our knees. Big breath in, and on the out breath, really just sinking your chest down, your shoulders away from the ears, even rolling those shoulders back a little bit as we take our breaths. And on the out breath, letting go of negativity, old thought patterns that don't serve us any longer. Breathing in beautiful, clean, clear air, oxygen. Listening to the birds and bringing ourselves back into our body from being really busy this morning, doing your washing or preparing breakfast. Just being in the now, so bringing your whole focus in to your body and to your third eye, your heart, and grounding all the way down through the sand and the soil and the underground water streams, past the rocks and the smaller rocks and the larger rocks and the boulders, connecting with that lava lake like a moat around that big orange ember, that ball that's turning the earth. Sparkling orange with silvery sparkly bits, like an ember out of an open fire. And so we're like little root systems we have underneath our feet or underneath our body. If you think of it, our whole body reaching down like a big jacaranda tree with its root systems all the way through the earth, spreading out and coming down into that lava energy of Mother Earth's core and drawing that back up through all those channels, back up through our feet, underneath our soles of our feet, filling our legs and our body and our arms and our heart and our internals, our face, our hair even, and then coming out through the crown and reaching out into the cosmos, into the universe. Just sitting in that beautiful feeling of energy pouring in through your feet and into your body. And now, as if you have beautiful arms reaching up through that black hole in the middle of that Milky Way, there's always been that black space. Like, what is that? That is a black hole, which allows everything to be just like if a spaceship went through there, a rocket, a star, it would just go to infinity. So let's reach up in our mind's eye and grab hold of the energy that's all the way out to the edges of the universes, bringing it back down past all the planets, past all the stars, past the moon, into the day sky, in past the tree leaves of the jacaranda and into this building and into your crown. Imagining that feeling of a column of white light coming through your crown, filling your face, your hair, your brain, your neck and your shoulders, down your arms, filling you up like sand through an hourglass, out through your feet and all the way down through to Mother Earth's core. So you've got Mother Earth's energy coming up, Mother Gaia, and you've got cosmic energy coming down. Let it come to your heart and emanate out into the room. And just sit in that beautiful, peaceful feeling. Another breath in and letting go, letting go, letting go. Even making a sound to let that exasperation and frustration out. One more breath in. So to begin today, we're going to actually lift and stretch our neck, but we're going to lift one arm up. So say you're left, I'm left-handed, so I do everything with my left hand. Straight up, sort of reaching your rib cage up a little bit towards the ceiling, but then bringing your whole hand over to your ear and then just taking your head gently to the side. Breathing in and breathing out and relaxing into this pose. And as you stretch your neck a little bit further with just the weight of your hand, you don't have to be yanking your head down. It's just a matter of just holding that weight there. Just reach out with that other arm and just touch the floor with your fingertips, and you'll get an even stronger stretch through that side neck into the top of the arm. Breathing in, breathing out, a little bit more of a surrender on the out breath, and letting go and bringing that arm up and back down again. So we start again with this other side. So reaching that arm right up really, really high, lifting the rib cage a little bit, and just let that arm fall over and grab hold of your ear, and you're bringing it back to this direction now. So can be enough if you just want to go to there, that's fine, and stay there for a little while. And every out breath, just surrender a little bit more, stretch just from the weight of your hand. And then once you get to a certain point, just put your hand down and just stretch out and see whether you can touch your fingertips onto the earth. And that's really giving a nice pull all the way down my arm there. And again, relax on the out breath. That's the key with yoga, is you're actually meant to relax into the pose. It's not meant to be holding your breath, because you'll hold the position wrongly. So letting go on the out breath, and then just coming back up with that hand and bringing it back onto your knees. So what we're going to do now, we're going to bring our elbows close together and our hands as if we're asking for, like Oliver Twist, can I have some more? Lifting your hands, but keeping your elbows close together, up over the top of your head, and you're just resting your chin really close to your chest.
And you're just stretching the whole of your back of your neck. Oh, and letting that weight of your arms just sort of bring that stretch all the way to the root of your back. Breathing, and this can restrict your breathing, but that can be good for your thyroid gland, which is inside the bottom of your neck. Now just lifting up
and taking those arms out and back down to your knees. So where we're going to work out now is a little twist. So keeping on thinking about lifting that whole spine up. If we're doing this, we have to remind ourselves to bring ourselves back to a straight back. Now I have the mirror, but you've just got to imagine that you've got a string at the top of your head really pulling you up. So we'll just tilt your pelvis a little bit sort of under so that you've got that really straight pelvic and that core on. Remember I spoke to you about zipping up with tight pair of jeans. You zip all the way just underneath your belly button, but you have another 2 zippers from your hips that come across here. So you've got that T-section in your pelvic area. So that should immediately bring you sort of up through that chest and opening that chest up, rolling those shoulders back. And if your neck's sort of sticking out like that, it shouldn't be. You should need to tuck that little chin in of yours and lengthen through the neck. We've just stretched it so it'll be fine, and elongate that whole spine, because what we're going to do now is put our left hand onto our right knee and our right hand behind us over the pillows, lifting up really tall, and we're going to stretch around, and we're just going to go so far. You don't have to, it's not a competition on who can get the furthest around, but you just grab your hand and you just use that breath again on the out breath, letting go, letting go, letting go, and you'll find that your body will give a little bit more on every out breath. So you're trying to sort of look towards the back of the room. If you're looking over to there, that's fine. If you can stretch around a little bit with your shoulders, but not your neck. We don't want you twisting your neck really like plunking it. We want you to be upright and a straight neck remaining high towards the ceiling and just going as far as you can. If you want to, you can look with your eyes, with your peripheral vision, and make it an eye exercise. So you're not just looking there, you're looking behind you, and it's stretching your eyeballs and doing really good work to keep your muscles behind your eyes as well. Really good for avoiding glaucoma. And on the out breath, relaxing and releasing and letting go, and then just stopping in the middle but turning to this side. So lifting up again, really high, and putting that left arm out. If you can't get it to the floor, get it to the cushions, and turning our body. This is really good for your digestive system. It's really squeezing your internal organs. It's turning your back into a different position as well, allowing for different parts of the spine to be stretched. Big breath in and big breath out. And relaxing on the out breath. Looking back as far as you can, so looking to one spot and then taking your eyes even further back around behind you, exercising those muscles behind your eyes. And big breath in and big breath out, and letting go and coming back. So there we've done some really good stretches for our digestive system and even our eyes. So that's really good. Yoga can do so many things. So let's push our pillows to the back now and just out of the way a little bit. And we're just going to go into a little bit of a cat and cow. So on all fours, everyone. So being like this, we need to make our arms really straight all the way down from our shoulders. Our knees are directly underneath our hips with our feet fairly flat on the floor there. So we're going to do some cat and cows like we did yesterday, because it really gets the spine, nice and flexed like a cat. Don't get caught up with the breathing. You can breathe a couple of breaths in here so that you're not trying to whip your body and your spine too quickly when we're first warming up. Don't jam your neck up. You sort of have to bring your shoulders back, your chest through, and your neck just straight out. And back into the cat. Really lifting up through those shoulder blades,
stretching like a cat.
Coming through again, and then tummy down, bottom up, neck just looking halfway up the wall. If anything, from this position you can take your eye gaze into your forehead or up towards the ceiling, and that's exercising your eyes in that direction now.
Back into the cat, really up high, really stretch like a cat. Now with those eyes, again looking at your chest, really stretching your eyes down towards your chest, and you're exercising that eyeball again. And then just coming to neutral.
So from here, we're going to do a bit of core work. So again, we need to remember about zipping up those tight pair of jeans. So get that really firm there, and also across from your hips, and you're not tucking under, you're not splaying out, you're tucking really straight, as if my spine, as if my coccyx is pointing towards directly out the door, out the wall. So what we're going to do here, we're going to hold one arm up and the opposite leg up, just for a bit of balance. So really get into the idea that you're going to be lifting your left arm up and hold, and then your right leg out and hold. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, and coming down. Couple of breaths here. Getting ready with the right arm. So the right arm goes up and the left leg goes out. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, and coming back in. Now, anytime you get tired, if you really need to, this is the child's pose, and you take your knees to the edge of the mat, join your big toes together, and you just sink back in as far as you can to your heels. You can keep your arms like that, or you can bring your arms around you like that, whichever you feel like to do. But if you can see my spine, it's really relaxing it. It's really letting it be at ease. You're getting a stretch through your groin. This way you can do it, and you're still getting a stretch into those shoulders, which is good because we're all sort of a bit round shouldered. So coming like that. So let's get into child's pose anyway, and have our arms a little bit switched on. So, and probably if you could put your forehead onto the mat, but if you can't, you grab something like your rug and you put your head on the rug or your pillow. So you just like that, and then literally thinking about lengthening that spine and opening it up more and more through that lower back. So you're nearly using your hands a little bit to sort of push you back a little bit, and really stretching, and even trying to get your chest a little bit closer to the mat as well as your forehead. So let's come back up now that we know where to come if you need a rest. So come back and bring those knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, and let's do that one just again. So we're lifting our left arm up. So before you start, and you're switching on, switch that belly on, and tuck under a little bit and get ready. Push away with your arms and make your shoulder blades really strong and your arms really sturdy. Deep breath in, left arm up, right leg out. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, 13,000, 14,000, 15,000, and coming down. Tricked you, went a little bit longer. Okay, everything switching back on again, that pelvic area, those arms, pushing those shoulder blades up. Get ready to lift the right arm. Breath in, breath out, and 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, so 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, 13,000, 14,000, 15,000, and coming back down and coming back into child's pose. Pushing yourself back up, just keeping an eye on the time. So bringing those knees back in. So we've gone forward a lot with these moves. So let's try and come backwards. So we're sitting with, you know, our heels are as close together as we can get. And your toes are close together. And your knees are fairly close together. Now, if you can't do that and your knees are bad, you can either do that, or you can put the pillow under your knees as well so that it's comfortable. Or if you really have really bad knees, just go back up into that particular one and do that exercise again. But if you can, even if you're up a little bit like that and you have to go bend backwards, you put your hands to support your lower back. Where we've got that zip on this side, it's virtually pushing that T section out, and you're just looking up to the ceiling. You're not hanging back like that. You've got to support your neck really strongly, lifting up your chest, taking your shoulders back and trying to join your elbows together. So you're really giving a good stretch to that shoulder, that front shoulder part, your legs, all of that as well, and coming down. And if you can manage to do this one, you can go back here and you just put your hands back behind you. You can keep up on your fingertips for now. Breath in, breath out, and we're just going to lift our whole body up and look at the ceiling this way. Breathing in, breathing out, keeping those legs really, the knees and everything's pushed together. Really pressing those thighs together, those arms are strong, that neck is strong, your chest is up, and letting go and coming back out of that. So let's do those two quickly again. Well, not quickly, because you can't do it quickly. So coming back up, so coming right back up, and we've got everything together. So I'll do it face forward, everything together. Hands go behind our bottom, at the top part of our bottom. So your heel of your hands virtually in your waistband where you'd wear a tight, put a dress sash around. I'm not going to use my sash today. Big breath in and big breath out, and leaning back and looking up to the ceiling, pressing those elbows back towards each other, the shoulders coming down and back, even pressing back a little tiny bit further until your knees switch on and your thighs, and then coming back up and then back down. And let's do this one here. So if you can't do one, you can do the other, or try, or even stand with those hands in that position. So fingertips are at the back and you're lifting up 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. Coming down. So those who have bad knees, all you've got to do, so I'll fix this up here, is feet slightly apart when you're doing the standing ones. Hands with your heel of your hand in that waistband. Shoulders and everything back and elbows back. Looking to the ceiling and just leaning back gently. And that grounding that we did earlier with the bowls is keeping our feet firmly planted on the ground. Lift those toes, spread those toes, grab hold of the earth. Breathing in, breathing out, and coming back up to upright. So we did the neck exercises today purely and simply to get ready for doing that little bit of work, because that can be sort of a strain on us. So everybody just sort of doing a few stretches to the side, stretches to the other side, again over to that side, back to the left. Now just roll your head just gently up halfway and then back around to the other side, back towards there, and then this time we'll come right around without really going too much onto the back, to the floor, back around to the floor. Grab those two hands together and lift up over and just
hold that neck for another stretch down through the core of your back. Lifting up, hands behind your back and stretching. Put your hands inside each other, so looping your fingers between each other and pushing your shoulders back and looking up again. Try and get those arms out a little bit further. And that's enough for today. So I'm going to sit down and do the bowls and you guys can take a little nap. I'm just going to direct it over to there. So definitely lie on your mat, and corpse pose is this one, remember? So you lie down on your mat, get your hands prayer position and just let them fall to the sides and move any obstacles. And with your feet, you just let them be about hip width apart and just let them fall to wherever they need to fall. And I will play some music for you and get you into a little bit of a meditation, but we're running out of time, so I will shorten it today. So everybody, closing down your eyes, enjoying the peace and quiet of the day, thanking your body for doing an amazing job. It really has. It's been putting a little bit of effort in, and this is the time to bring it all together. That mind, body, spirit is going to happen right now as you sink down more and more into the mat, into the floor, into the earth. Just imagining those shoulder blades spreading. Done some work with your shoulders today, so letting go, letting go, letting go. The neck and the head supported. Just lift that head just slightly and lengthen that neck and really just nestle back in to that position for your face and your head to really soften all through the facial muscles, letting the facial muscles melt onto the facial bones like butter in a saucepan, letting go of tightness and tension, hurry and worry, into your forehead. Make that smooth, relaxed, tension ebbing away from the temples. Every single hair on your head just lovingly cupping your face, and really taking notice of your breath now and letting it become calm and tranquil, just like a lake, a nice calm lake. Feeling that relaxation coming down those arms, softening through the back and the spine and all the internal organs and your tummy, your hips, your buttocks tissue, softening, letting go, relaxing, at ease. You don't have to go anywhere. Sinking down the back of your calf muscles, your shins, and your thighs and your hamstrings are just like marshmallow. So the whole of your legs sinking into the floor, into the mat, into the earth. Softening your ankles and heels, soles of your feet, tops of your feet. And just imagining that energy still connected to Mother Earth you are, and the cosmic energy still pouring in through your crown. And this energy, when you find this meditative state, this state between sleep and awake, this is your ultimate healing place to go. And your cells will rejuvenate and renew and refresh and remember how to be well and healthy.
Namaste, everyone.